Welcome to week 5 of Mk422 Sales and Sales Management. Lisa Sturgeon here, and this week we're talking about effective sales leaderships, people, performance, and planning. This week we've moved from understanding sales from the perspective of we are the ones doing selling to we are the ones that are building the teams that are going out to sell. There's a little bit of a difference. Success starts with defining clear goals. What are the objectives that we are looking to accomplish? Define roles. Who is going to be responsible for what within the team? Recruit for personality. This is extremely important. Oftentimes we think that we want somebody that has a lot of sales experience, but if their sales experience is in unethical selling or they have an inauthentic sales style, that's not the type of employee that we want in our company. Different types of roles of selling can be taught. We want to really hire and make sure that that person is a great fit for our company from a personality perspective. Onboard them. Don't just hire them. This goes back to first impressions. We make first impressions within those 7 seconds, and that is also determined for our employees too. When they show up for their first day or log in for the first time, what does that first impression feel like? Do they feel welcome and supported, or are they left on an island to figure things out for themselves? Do we have training? Making sure, especially in sales roles, that you have developed a training process that you want your employees to follow. Otherwise, they're going to develop their own styles, their own techniques, and it's not going to create a unified sales team. It's not something that you want to deal with in the long run. Finally, mentorship. Pairing seasoned sales professionals with junior sales leaders on your team is extremely important. That way they have a buddy system, they can feel like they can ask someone for support, and that you're rewarding those that know what they are doing with an increased opportunity to mentor the next wave. Also, if it's possible, make sure they're being compensated, the mentors, for this additional work. That could be an extra day off. It could be a stipend for mentorship, but also making sure that it's not being just a burden for them of extra work. Making sure that we've determined what we want our sales leadership style to be. Are we a technician? Are we a fixer? Our skills complement others, and so we create a team around us that our skills complement. Are we a conductor? Think of a music conductor that is setting the tone and vision for the team. They are motivators. They are trying to get as much out of the sales team as they possibly can, but they're probably not the ones that are in the weeds doing some of the sales with them. Are you a coach? Little bit mix of both the technician and the conductor. You're a fixer and a motivator. You redirect when you see that behaviors are not something that the company wants to be dealing with, and you acknowledge that and fix that in a constructive, positive way to develop that growth. Whatever our leadership style is that we take is extremely important, because developing that before we develop our team is going to lead to long-term success. Knowing how to motivate. Now, each person can be motivated by different things. We need to understand our specific team, both as a whole and as individuals. Leading to motivation success helps increase performance and retention. It reduces the cost of turnover. And especially when sales, this is important because your salespeople develop relationships with your clients, customers, and guests. They're the face of the company. They're going out there. And if you have increased turnover, it's not a great look for your clients. So are your individual sales employees focused on intrinsic motivation? Are they interested in things like recognition, having a unique purpose, feeling like they are fulfilled in the work that they're doing? Are they interested in professional development? Do they like learning? Are you giving them opportunities to learn? Are they more extrinsically motivated? Are they only motivated by money or promotion? These we've got to be a little bit careful about, but they also do a great job of motivating teams because there's a direct correlation to their paycheck, right? And then making sure that we celebrate wins. It's often difficult sometimes when we are in busy seasons of business to stop and celebrate the successes that we've had along the way. But if we don't do that, then the team starts wondering, when is enough enough? And we just accomplished this great thing, and there was no sort of acknowledgement for that. So making sure that you're taking time to celebrate wins is important. I like the platinum rule versus the golden rule. The golden rule, you might remember from elementary school, is treat others the way that you want to be treated. Well, that's not always the case. Some people might thrive with attention in a meeting where you call them out and praise them in front of a whole bunch of people. And some people, that might be their worst possible nightmare. Understanding them individually sets them up for success in how you motivate them. The platinum rule is treat others the way that they want to be treated. Everybody has a different approach to what feels right for motivation and recognition for them. That person that might have cringed during an in-person sales meeting might love the fact that you wrote them a thank you card saying great job, and they get that in private. So making sure that you're tailoring your motivation to individuals is extremely important as well. Leaders know the numbers. Okay, so you need to know you are the one that is motivating the team forward. What are the sales goals? Are there bonuses tied to certain things, certain metrics of success within what the sales team is doing? You need to know, do we have enough to actually pay them what we've promised them? So budgeting is extremely important, both from a salaries and incentives perspective. Do you understand the tech and the tools that you are giving your staff? It's really important. It's like the same thing with any sort of CEO going into the company and not doing a job of anyone else. And making sure that you've budgeted training, both from the person that's ramping up to understand the company, but also for those that are training within the company. Forecasting. The ability to understand and predict future sales is extremely important, and making sure that you're setting realistic targets. There's nothing worse than a boss that ties bonuses to job performance and sets targets that are unrealistic, so the team never hits bonuses. Unfortunately, I've worked in that experience before, and it wasn't fun. Remember, at the end of the day, we're talking about people, performance, and planning, the 3 Ps that set us up for success in sales.